Hello guys, this is Mike from BTR Budget Tech Reviews, and today you're going to see some of the new Android Lollipop features for the 2014 Moto G. Hey guys, this is Mike again from BTR Budget Tech Reviews, and I'm going to get another video of the 2014 Moto G here. As you can see right now, the last video I took of this phone was it updating to Android 5.0 Lollipop, and let me just place the phone down there. I don't know if you can see that. I know you can see Darth Vader there in the background of the phone, but basically this phone has a set of new features. Now right here you can see that it's got a feature called Ambient display. Now this feature, from what I know, is only on the Nexus 6 and on the new Moto X, and of course this phone, the Moto G, the 2014 version at least, because it's got the newest version of Android. Ambient display is basically just like a preview. It's supposed to show off your notifications, although I don't know if it works correctly on the 2014 Moto G. Let's take a look here, because apparently the phone, whenever it's supposed to be facing down, you're supposed to just be able to lift it up and it's supposed to light up. It's supposed to give you your notifications in black there, and if you tap one of them, you hold it down and it'll give you notifications on whatever it is. So let me tap it there and let's give a little preview. You can give a little preview from the from just the lock screen here. So that's one of the new features. Let me show you guys how to enable it really quick. There is my home screen right there. I'm using the default stock launcher for now, but basically you're going to drag down again your thumb. You're going to go to settings. And let me see if I can get that to go there. There you go. We're going to go to display, and from display you're going to activate ambient display. It says wake display when notifications arrive. So it awakes the display, kind of like, some other devices do this. This isn't a new to me it's not a new app, or it's not a new service that is really great for people to use. I don't really understand it. I don't know why. I guess other people are making a huge deal about the ambient display. I think it's an okay feature. Like I said, when you get a new text or whatever, here, let me throw out a text message on my Nexus 6. I'm just gonna put yo, and you should get the feature there. It should pop out here. There you go. So once you get a new notification like that, it's gonna. But I guess on the Nexus 6, and maybe it's not integrated correctly with this phone, but when you lift the phone up like that, it's supposed to light up. I don't know how it works exactly. I don't think it works that great on this phone, but aside from that, let's take a look at some of the new features from Lollipop. Now, some of the new features from Lollipop, guys, you're going to notice are animations. So, let's go to the app drawer here. Everything is about animations. You have to understand that this phone has 1 gig of RAM, so you're going to notice a little bit of stutteriness from time to time, okay? Like I had one guy post saying, how does this phone basically handle with the new 5.0 Lollipop update? And from what I've been using, I've been using it for a couple days already. I don't have any extra home screens, but it seems to be running okay. I don't seem to have any issues as far as stutteriness goes. I mean, but when you jump from a phone like the Nexus 5 to a phone like this, you can tell. Let's add a widget over here to my right side. And we'll just use whatever email address I got going on. You guys can see, I guess. Don't send me spam mail. But anyways, and let's see if I can resize that. There you go. I'm going to resize my email widget. So adding stuff to the home screens there. It's not gonna, as long you can add as many home screens as you want, I guess. And let's look at the drop down menu bar here. The new drop down menu bar, you're gonna get, as soon as you throw it down, you're going to get the time, the date, and, whichever account you're logged into, Wi-Fi, your network, and the battery. And if you click it again, you can actually see the battery percentage. You can go to settings, or you can go to users. And from users, you can actually go to user accounts. And you can add another user. You can add a guest user. Like, let's say you want to share this phone. Let's say not everyone in a household can have a phone, right? So you can actually add another user, so let's say I have a little brother and he doesn't have a cell phone, but I don't want him going through my stuff, right? So basically, you add user there, and you can actually lock this one, so he can't access any of your pictures or media, basically. And he can customize his portion of the phone, kind of like if you remember like Windows, where they have users, and you can like, you know, set stuff the way you want it, and vice versa. Same thing for Macs, you can do that. Basically, you can add a user. If you want, you can go to guest user. That way, someone who just needs to borrow your phone can whatchamacallit, just basically do that. So when you click guest user, it'll just give you certain apps. If you have apps like Facebook or whatever already there, now here it doesn't show it. They would actually have to reinstall Facebook, I guess, from the guest. But you can actually control it to where they could only use certain features of the phone. I know that much. I was reading about it, and like you go to users or whatever. Let's see, and you can add guest or remove guest, obviously, but even from there you can actually set up certain settings to where they can only use certain apps. Like if someone wants to use only like the dialer app, you can lock it to where they can only use the dialer app and nothing else. So I thought that was pretty interesting that, you know, they added the whole user interface, the guest user interface to it. So right now I'm using it as the guest user. Here's my main account. We'll go back to that, switching. And of course, like I said, if you can lock it, here's the the lock screen. I can just swipe away there. Some apps that you have already like logged in go straight to it, so or that are locked into your notification bar. Like for me, I have Trillion running, so I can never swipe that app away. So that's always going to show. But like apps like this or whatever, or like it's Hangouts, I can actually scroll. I push my finger down and it'll show more of whatever messages I'm missing out on, and then you can just swipe away and go up. So I think that's pretty cool. Still not a fan of the whole ambient display. Let's see if that's still working or not. Probably not. You have to lift the phone. So this is the 2014 Moto G, guys. Let me swipe that away. If you want to get into the dialer from the lock screen, you just swipe your finger to the right. It takes you there. And vice versa. And if you want to get into the camera is the same exact thing, but the opposite. So you're going to swipe your finger to the right to get into the camera. So if I want to get into the camera, right now I'm using, you know, the default Google. Let's zoom in there, take a picture, and of course, if you want to take a picture, you just zoom into the right there. So nothing new that they haven't already integrated from the past Android version of Android that was already there. They're just, I guess they can just, you can say that they polished it up more a little bit, and just little things like, you know, gesture swiping, I guess, is what's making Android 5.0 Lollipop, you know, something interesting to use. You can do little things like there, I don't even know what's going on, but you can, the way you can access certain things, everything has like a little animation, so you can see that if I just click that or whatever, turn on my flashlight, boom, there's my flashlight. Everything has a little animation though to it. And if your phone isn't a fluid phone like, you know, the Moto G or the Nexus, any of the Nexus brands, or, you know, Galaxy line brands, then you're probably going to run into a little stutteriness. Right now, like I said, I'm using the default, and I'm probably not running a lot of apps right now. I don't feel like I have a lot of apps going on. Here's the app drawer, the new app drawer. Let me see if I can show you guys that again. And there's the app drawer. Let me click it again. App drawer, so you guys can see how fast the animations go. But nothing too crazy. They make it look a little cleaner. So you're going down here, and you can just continue going down. If you want to exit an app, they usually give you the option to exit out. So, or you can just swipe to the right to clear it out. So I mean, it's one of those things where you can just continue swiping to the right, or you can just click X to clear out your app. So you know, another feature that I want to discuss before I guess finishing this video is the battery saver. Now, Motorola by default already had a battery saver on this. As far as I know, it had a battery saver, but with this new one, it actually has another battery saver where you can enable it. And basically, if you turn it on, it's going to change the color. It's going to change the colors to orange, basically, and it's going to scale down your animations, basically. So you don't have animations. Let's say I hit that, it's not going to give you the animations that you normally get. It actually turns off a lot of, I guess, little features that a lot of people had going on before. So not a huge fan of that. I haven't really tested it out too much. It's supposed to save your battery. It's supposed to give you a little more battery life towards the end. I know it turns on after when you're at 15%. You can disable it through the lock menu screen or through the task menu bar. Like even here it tells you battery saver is on, so you can, it says reduces performance and background. So right now I have it on. You can disable it by just tapping it from there, and it disables it and it goes back to the home screen. So, you know, Android 5.0 Lollipop, guys, on Moto G. You know, I wouldn't say it's an extraordinary experience, you know, if you're not used to all the animations that are going on here, but you know, it's something that some people are going to have to get used to as Google, you know, throws out new things. I noticed that, you know, they're being very intuitive with their colors. So like, let's say I go here to this app, it's going to darken really quick. Right now it's like a purplish, and then it'll probably, depending on what time of day it is, it might change color, especially if you're using certain apps. So just FYI, like you're gonna see, even if you're on web pages, I know that it'll go to like certain things. So let me try phonearena.com really quick before we go here. Oh, and that's the new keyboard, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it already. Phone Arena. Let's go to Phone Arena and let's see if I can look that up. Phonearena.com. And I know sometimes I know that it's tailored to a website. It might change the color or background depending. Right now this one's just basic, normal. I use Phone Arena a lot because it has a lot of content, as you can see there on the page. So, you know, Android 5.0, it's, you know, a decent experience. I wouldn't say it's, you know, top of the line right now for me. I really like KitKat a lot better in terms of how it looked, at least. I'm not a huge fan of the whiteness in the background. Like, as you can see there, I'm not a huge fan of that at all. I don't like the fact that they changed it to white. I didn't see the point. So I guess this will be the ending video for me, guys. Ambient display kind of works on this phone, not really. So I know one of my users, one of my you know, subscribers wanted to see that video. So that'll be it for the 2014 Moto G, guys. Please subscribe to me if you already haven't. Thank you for liking and sharing my videos. And thanks again. Stay tuned for the next video, guys.